The Cowboy's Call. Exposing the greedy elites and the truth about America's system's introduction. Now listen here, folks. There's a lot of talk these days about capitalism and socialism, like they're two gunslingers squaring off at high noon. But that's just the strongmen trying to spin a tale. The truth? America's got both, and for good reason. Capitalism lets folks dream big and take risks, but socialism keeps the vulnerable from falling by the wayside. The two systems ain't enemies, they're partners, and it's high time we stop letting greedy elites pit them against each other. How the game is rigged workers' compensation and Social Security disability are supposed to catch folks when capitalism chews them up, but the elites rigged the game, turning these safety nets into cash cows. A 2020 jail report showed SSDI applicants who appealed face wait times over a year, peaking at 839 days in 2015. During that time, 109,725 died and 48,000 went bankrupt. Denial as policy. About 65% of initial SSDI applications are denied. At the first appeal, 87% of claims are rejected. But at the hearing level, where most give up, 46% succeed. That's proof many denials are wrong from the start. At the first appeal, just 13% succeed. But at the hearing level, where most give up, 54% prevail. That's proof many denials are wrong from the start. The strongman's favorite scapegoat strongmen love to blame immigrants and welfare cheats. They say the system's broke because of others, when it's them robbing it blind. Immigrant contributions. Immigrants pay billions into Social Security without seeing a dime back. Deporting these folks ain't just cruel. It's shooting ourselves in the foot so the elite and the strongmen can profit off a system that turns America into an even more incarcerated nation. Private detention centers and prisons don't serve justice. They serve greed, building wealth for the powerful while destroying lives and communities. And let's call out the Elon Musk DOGE Dogs while we're at it. Their plans could cost America $850 billion over 10 years to round up workers. Workers who ain't criminals but just trying to make a living. If they're real criminals, our cops should already be locking them up, documented or not. Here's the truth. Amnesty would create $1.5 trillion in economic growth while costing only $18 billion. That's a better deal for America, and a humane one too. Stop robbing our band-aids and calling it equity while you let the men who harm us walk free. Capitalism and socialism. Two sides of the same coin. Here's the deal, folks. America's got capitalism for the dreamers and socialism for the safety net. They ain't enemies, they're complements. Capitalism builds wealth, but socialism ensures no one's left behind. A call to the wealthy. If you're lucky enough to thrive in capitalism, don't divide those who rely on the safety net. It ain't charity. It's the cost of living in a society that lets you succeed. The Cowboy's message to the strongmen like Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Quit using God and country as shields while you rob the people blind. To laboring Christians, God didn't put us here to hoard wealth. He wants justice, compassion, and fairness. Don't let them fool you with their talk of fraudsters. The real fraud is delaying, defending, and denying benefits. Conclusion: America ain't about picking sides between capitalism and socialism. It's about finding balance where timely claims and fair support show how these systems work together. The Cowboy's call is clear. This ain't what God wants, and it sure ain't what America needs. It's time to fight for fairness and remind the elites their wealth was built on the backs of hard-working people. Let's get back to being a country that lifts us all up. That's the America we ought to be.